Bringing you the latest news from around the world, and here at home, I'm Sandru Ferdinando.
And I'm Dasnia Thada. Let's start off with a look at tonight's headlines.
UNP leader Ranil Wickremesinghe makes a special statement. 12 petitions filed before Supreme Court against the dissolution of Parliament. Attorney General to present facts tomorrow. Gazette pertaining to the parliamentary election issued. Calls for Sajith Premadasa to be made the leader of the UNP. Students of the Kelaniya University hold protest. Election committee appointed for the SLC elections.
The petitions filed at the Supreme Court seeking the quashing of the Gazette notification issued by the President dissolving Parliament and a determination on this action was illegal will be taken up again tomorrow. The Attorney General will make submissions tomorrow.
Whilst a total of 12 petitions were filed against the dissolution of Parliament, the petition filed by opposition leader R. Sambandhan was taken up first. Attorney-at-Law S. Kanaga appeared for the opposition leader. Kanaga submitted to court that as per the 19th Amendment to the Constitution, the President does not have the power to dissolve Parliament and can only do so if a request is made by a majority of MPs. He noted that the President dissolving Parliament as per his will disregards the public mandate and that the move was a blow to the sovereignty of the people. Furthermore, he noted that as per the 19th Amendment, Article 70, Section 1 of the Constitution deprives the President of the power to dissolve Parliament up to 4.5 years into the term of Parliament, except if a request is made by a majority of members, adding that acting with disregard to this would cause anarchy not only in Parliament but in society as a whole. Representing the second petitioner, the chairman of the UNP Kabir Hashim, President's Counsel Tilak Marapana endorsed the views expressed by President's Counsel Kanaga. Petitions were also filed against the dissolution of Parliament by Anura Kumara Disanayaka, Rauf Hakim, Rishad Badiuddin and Mano Ganeshan representing the JVP, Sri Lanka Muslim Congress, All Ceylon Makkal Congress and the Democratic People's Front. The director of the Centre for Policy Alternatives, Dr. Paikesodi Sarvanamuthu, Attorney-at-Law Aruna Laksiri, Attorney-at-Law Lal Vijay Nayaka, Attorney-at-Law GCJ Pereira and Attorney-at-Law Indika Gallege. Member of the Elections Commission of Sri Lanka, Ratnajeevan Hool, also filed a petition at the Supreme Court challenging the dissolution of Parliament. Professor Channa Jayasumana of the Medical Faculty at the Rajarata University has come forward as an intervening petitioner. All petitions are being taken up before a 3-member bench comprising of Chief Justice Nalin Pereira and Justices Prasanna Jayawardena and Priyantha Jayawardena.
We are ready for anything. Not only the UNP, the entire country is ready. We have the purest faith that the respected Supreme Court will provide a decision that is fair and just in line with the provisions and articles of the Constitution.
පරම පවිත්‍ර විශ්වාසය තිබෙනවා.
ජාතික පක්ෂයෙන් මැතිවරණයේදී මොකද ඒකට ප්ලෑන් කරලා තියෙන දැන් නව පක්ෂය කියන්නේ පක්ෂයේ වෙනසක් වෙනවද ඒ වගේ මොනවද දේවල් වෙනවද?
If I reveal the plans, it will be disadvantageous.
පාඩුවක් නේ.
A situation arose this evening while Vasudeva Nanayakkara was speaking to the media at the Supreme Court complex.
We shall act in line with the decision of the court. They should have gone to court when the Prime Minister was changed, not now. If they had gone at that time, this crisis would not have grown to this level. Remember that the President also has the power of the people in addition to executive powers.
The Gazette notification containing announcements from the Elections Commission on the number of members to be elected, the number of nominees to be included in nomination lists and the bond to be deposited for 2019 parliamentary election was issued by the government today.
As per the extraordinary gazette notification issued by the government, the number of MPs to be returned from the Colombo district stands at 19. 18 MPs are to be elected from the Gampaha district, 10 members from the Kaltara district, 12 members from the Kandy district and 5 from the Mathale district. 8 members are to be returned from the Nuwara district, 10 from the Galle district and 7 each from the Mathura, Hambantota and Jaffna districts. 6 MPs are to be returned from the one electoral district, 5 from Batiklo, 7 from Digamadulla, 4 from Trincomalee, 15 from Kurunegala, 8 from Puthulam and 9 from the Anuradhapura district. The gazette notification also reads that 5 members are to be returned from the Polonnaruwa district, 8 from Badulla, 6 from Monaragala, 11 from Ratnapura and 9 from the Kegalle district.
Former Deputy Minister Ashoka Abesinghe says there must be a change in the UNP leadership prior to the upcoming parliamentary elections.
The United National Party is hoping to contest the upcoming elections as part of a broad front. We have not decided on the symbol yet. We have been hoping for a change in leadership for a long time, and with the change in leadership, I wish to state at this moment that we will certainly face the election and win. Yes, certainly. Sajith Premadasa should be named as the Prime Ministerial candidate. Not only that, I am personally of the opinion that the party leadership should change too. I have said this continuously since 2010. As a result of maintaining this position since 2010, certain memberships were lost. Several organizer positions were also lost. I say this directly even today. At this moment, we need to tell the party what the membership is saying. The people are asking for a change now. Through new leadership, we must put a stop to the berating of the UNP as a foreign party and establish our party as a truly local party. If that is the result, then I must say that we will certainly not be able to win. Sajith Premadasa wishes to prepare the manifesto for our party at the next election if he is the one coming forward. If he prepares the manifesto, the entire country will accept it because he is Premadasa's son.
Views were also expressed on the state of the economy.
The budget for 2019 listed expenditure at 4,267 billion, while income is 2,000 billion. So how can the country move forward? Since the new cabinet was appointed, they have printed about 199 to 200 billion rupees. 200 billion rupees is 252 times the 200 billion rupees is 252 times the amount of money that is printed annually. If this country is entrusted to the previous rulers again, it will be like issuing them a license to steal.
The Sri Lanka Podujana Peramuna convened a media briefing today.
The UNP is going into this election having already accepted defeat. They have gone to court, and what are they saying? They are asking for an order to stop the election. Why? They are afraid of public opinion. The whole world has seen now how partisan the speaker was. He is issuing orders to public officials. He is dreaming that he is the president of the country. Maybe he thinks that with the crisis in the UNP, Karu Jayasuriya will have a chance when Ranil Wickremesinghe is removed.
The only government involved in the bond scam is the previous government. The mastermind was the former Prime Minister. Since the bond scam is following them, they need to pay 500 million to 1 billion to MPs to keep the government going. Will the MPs who sold his position return to the district and ask the people who voted whether or not he should sell? We say to Wickremesinghe and his henchmen that if democracy is what is needed, then dissolving parliament at this time is a timely action. If a situation such as the one you described arises, then it is the SLFP that must take a disciplinary action. We are now friends with the SLFP, so there will be no problem. We will not take any steps to engage in a political witch hunt against them. However, temple trees is a state property. We will go to courts for everything that they are destroying.
හැම දෙයකම වෙනුවෙන් අපි අධිකරණයට යනවා.
සජිත් ඕනෑ කියලා ප්‍රධාන අමාත්‍යවරු දෙදෙනෙක් ජනතාව මෙහෙවනවා. ඒක මම පැමිණලා අද උදේ උසාවියට යනවා. රනිල් ඕනෑ රනිල් ආරක්ෂා කරන රනිල් ආරක්ෂා කරන්න කියලා.
හැබැයි ඔය දෙකටම
However, in addition to both these calls, there are two who have crept inside. These two are wondering how they can sweep away all of them and claim leadership. Champika and Rajitha, who are fishing in fresh water. Let us see what happens in the future.
බොරදියේ මාළු බාන දෙන්නෙක් රාජිත චම්පික බලන්න ඉස්සරහට වෙන දේ.
අපේ මහින්ද රාජපක්ෂ මැතිතුමා ගියවර ඉල්ලුවේ කුරුණෑගල දිස්ත්‍රික්කේ නියෝජනය කරමින්. මෙවර කොහෙද යන්නේ? මෙවරත් මේ පැත්තටම යන්නේ.
කුරුණෑගල දිස්ත්‍රික්කේ.
Mahinda Rajapaksa will contest in the Kurunegala district.
තුමා කුරුණෑගල දිස්ත්‍රික්කේ තරංග කරනවා.
හම්බන්තොට
හම්බන්තොට දිස්ත්‍රික්කේ.
The elder brother Chamal Rajapaksa is in Hambantota. Also, the young MP Namal Rajapaksa will contest from there too.
තරංගල එතනින් තරංග.
The National Organization to Protect the United National Party convened a media briefing today.
We are of the opinion that Ranil Wickremesinghe should step down from the UNP, considering all the damage he has caused to the country and party. Prior to bringing the UNPers to Colombo and the Temple Trees, we request the UNP's leadership to be given to the most suitable candidate that the country wants, and that is the young and dynamic leader Sajith Premadasa.
සජිත් ප්‍රේමදාස මැතිතුමා එතුමාට පක්ෂේ නායකත්වය බාර දෙන්න මේ ඇති වුණු කුමන්ත්‍රණයත් එක්ක
This is another moment where all those who gave up on the UNP have gathered to retaliate against the recent political conspiracies. The whole country speaks of only one name, and that is Sajith Premadasa. Ranil Wickremesinghe is a well-seasoned and experienced leader, and the UNP requires his knowledge and support. However, the country wants Sajith Premadasa, and therefore we request Ranil Wickremesinghe to hand over the UNP's leadership to Sajith Premadasa and pave the way for Sajith Premadasa for the prime ministerial position.
එතුමාට බාර දෙන්නට කියලා ඉල්ලා සිටිනවා.
Meanwhile, the SLFP convened a media briefing today as well.
The announcement made by the Speaker today is not the first one. He has issued many. The Speaker had in his possession a file during 3 unofficial gatherings he called for. The Speaker insisted that this file includes the signatures of 116 MPs and that these 116 MPs insist on holding elections. However, this document was never revealed to any of us. There is a clear difference between a request to summon Parliament early and holding elections. The Speaker, who has complete control of the Parliament, has gone against standing orders. The Speaker has the ability to mislead the Parliament and create major issues.
විශාල ප්‍රශ්නයක් එතන පාර්ලිමේන්තුවේ ඇති කරන්න එතුමාට හැකියාව තියෙනවා. අපි ශ්‍රී ලංකන් දාස් පක්ෂයේ විදිහට දරණ මතය තමයි.
The SLFP strategy is to join all patriotic forces to create one massive strength against our biggest enemy, the UNP or UNF. Whatever form they represent, we are in the process of establishing a comprehensive national campaign to defeat our enemy. We believe our objectives will be achieved.
මම හිතනවා ඒක සාර්ථක වෙයි කියලා අපි ප්‍රාර්ථනා කරනවා.
මේ අතවැති කවුරුත් දීලා තියෙකි තමයි ඒ පක්ෂයේ නායකත්වය දුන්නේ මහින්ද රාජපක්ෂ අගමැතිතුමා.
පක්ෂය හැරෑම පක්ෂයට ආපු ඇතුල් වී.
Those who leave the party return. There are cases where the children of the founders of political parties leave and come back to accept leadership. Minor factors such as the withdrawal and return to political parties are not considered when our main objective is to face our enemy.
මත අපි මේ පුංචි කාරණා ලඝු කරන්නේ නැහැ.
We interpret our success at the provincial council elections in a different manner. In fact, the election itself was against the government. We were not in a position to state that all votes were obtained by the Pohottua. Instead of making such assertions, our objective is to obtain majority by further expanding our alliance.
අපි දැන් පුළුල් සන්දානයක් සමග ගිහිල්ලා අපි ජනතාවගෙන් වරමක් ඉල්ලනවා අපිට බහුතර බලය දෙන්න කියලා.
Former parliamentarian Vidura Wickramanayake expressed the following views at his residence today.
I honourably request from the general public to elect people from any party and send them to Parliament. We urge the President and the Prime Minister to bring the culprits behind the bond scam to justice. The former governor of the central bank is in Singapore. Why isn't he brought back to the country? If the former Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe is involved in the bond scam, he should be brought to justice. If the ministers and the members of the Parliament who wrote books about the bond scam are involved in it, make sure law is enacted properly. This is what the people expect to be done, not just talking on and on about it and doing nothing. If we say that Ranil Wickremesinghe should be held accountable and that his group was involved in the bond scam, it won't be applicable only to them. It would be applicable to the people on our side as well. If any of these people were involved in any corruption-related activities before the time the new government was formed, they should be brought to justice. What we need is a pure country. There would be no pure country without pure sentiments, and there would be no pure sentiments with dirty politicians.
Continuing in local news, the Frontline Socialist Party convened a press briefing in Colombo today.
This country is now in a serious state of anarchy. On one side, they have called for an election. Others have gone to court to call off that election. Mahinda Rajapaksa has stated that he is going to contest from the SLPP. 54 MPs, including him, took membership of the party yesterday. Then what will happen to the Sri Lanka Freedom Party? We can see interesting things unfold when they make their lists. We can see the conflict in the UNP. How can they make the people fall into this trap? There are real conflicts all over the place. People in the previous government say what happened before the 8th of January was a revolution. Now, Gunadasa Amarasekar is saying that what we saw on the 26th is a revolution. They call it the October Revolution. This is an amazing series of revolutions.
President Maithripala Sirisena embarked on an emergency inspection at the Mahaweli Authority and the National Gem and Jewellery Authority today.
The President looked into the operations of the Mahaweli Authority this morning. The President had a discussion with Anura Disanayake, the Secretary of Mahaweli Development and Environment, Dr. D.M.S. Disanayake, the Director General Mahaweli Authority of Sri Lanka, and other senior officers of the authority. During the discussion, the officers had pointed out that the filling of water of the Kaluganga reservoir of the Moragahakanda Kaluganga development project under the Mahaweli proposal is at an optimal level. The Moragahakanda Kaluganga development project is the last project that takes place under the Mahaweli proposal. According to the President Media Division, the officials had pointed out that with the prevailing rainy condition of the country, the dam will be completely filled with water by January. The President Media Division further said that the President inquired about the progress of the developments of the Lagdala New City, Sri Lanka's first environment technical park, special environmental projects and agricultural schemes. The President focused on the release of the properties in the Mahaweli area in this discussion and pointed out the need to conclude those acts to the officials. And then the President visited the National Gem and Jewellery Authority located on Gold Road, Colombo, and inspected its operations there and had a cordial conversation with the staff. The President Media Division stated that the President pointed out the importance of an optimal level customer service and the importance of serving the people. Then the President came to the Presidential Secretariat and inspected the operations there as well. According to the President Media Division, the President has inspected the guest rooms at the President's Secretariat.
Meanwhile, the leader of the UNP, Ranil Wickremesinghe, made a special statement today.
The President made a decision to unconstitutionally dissolve Parliament while a date was set to summon Parliament. The President stated that parliamentarians are purchased for money. However, the prices paid to purchase these ministers are only known by the President himself, because it is the President who provided ministerial positions to the members of our party and one member of the TNA who joined forces with him. These actions have resulted in the public to lose confidence in parliamentarians. The President also spoke of the probability of a murder that could have taken place if Parliament was summoned. Party leaders held discussions with the Speaker last week. Any views or ideas over the murder was not expressed during these discussions. If the President had information regarding a murder plot against parliamentarians, he should have informed this to the Speaker. The Speaker in turn would have discussed these issues with party leaders, as it is the responsibility of the Speaker to ensure necessary action will be implemented. The country is in a mess due to the decisions taken against the Constitution, against democracy and the morality of our country. The image of Sri Lanka was completely destroyed. People who respect democracy and parliamentary traditions were affected. The international community's confidence in our country has been destroyed. However, in order to resolve these issues, discussions are currently underway to organize a comprehensive people's movement. Further, political parties in the UNF hopes to establish a new alliance and reach out to our people with a fresh representation. We will act to save our country from this unfortunate state and to restore confidence. We will introduce a constitution that would strengthen democracy in the country. We pledge to unite the people regardless of their race or religion. We pledge to face all challenges to ensure democracy, law and order, a civilized society and the people's mandate in our country.
ආරක්ෂා කිරීම වෙනුවෙන් ඕනෑම අභියෝගයකට මුහුණ දෙන්න අපි සූදානම්.
Reports have shown that the Athgala Hill in Dodangola Hanguranketha is facing a landslide.
This is how the Athgala Hill was eroding yesterday. Our reporters went to the location to look into the matter. When observing from atop, our reporters saw that the Athgala Hill in Dodangola had sunk by between 20 to 30 feet. While the hilltop has been eroding since last Saturday, 4 families have already been removed by the authorities. Meanwhile, a group of disaster management officials connected to the Hanguranketha Divisional Secretariat arrived in the area to observe the situation. However, the erosion has led to the Hapole Rikilla-Gastadavala road being made inaccessible from the Dodangola area. This is a result of large earth embankments on the road. As a result, residents of Hapola, Dampala, Dodangola now have to use a 12-kilometer alternate route to reach Rikilla-Gastadavala. Our correspondent says authorities have already taken necessary steps to clear the road.
The students of the University of Kelaniya staged a protest opposite the University Grants Commission today. And this protest was staged requesting officials to address the issues faced in their university.
The protest that commenced from Fort concluded opposite the University Grants Commission. Our correspondent stated that the protest blocked Ward Place of Colombo 7. Heavy security was dispatched opposite the University Grants Commission in response to the protest, which concluded after several hours. Meanwhile, students of the Rajarata University staged a protest opposite the bus station in Anuradhapura today, requesting their demands be fulfilled. These students requested officials to reopen their universities, which has been closed down for nearly 8 months due to the lack of facilities, and request action against 16 students who have been suspended for more than 150 days.
The champions of Sri Lanka's Got Talent were awarded today at the Capital Maharaja Organisation Limited head office.
The Air Force Angampura team, led by Ajanta Mahantarachi, won the first place at the final of the Sri Lanka's Got Talent, which was held for the first time in Sri Lanka at the Ratmalana Stein Studio Complex. They were elected the winners amidst various multi-talented individuals such as singers, dancers, magicians, gymnasts, comedians and stuntmen. The second place was awarded to Nimna Hiranya. The awards for the winners were presented by the Commander of the Air Force, Air Marshal Kapila Jayampati, Group Director Electronic Media Business at the Capital Maharaja Organisation Limited, Nidra Veerasinghe, Group Director MBC Shanti Bhagiradhan and CEO MTV Channel, Susara Dinal.
It was in 2012 that the art of Angampura was introduced to the Air Force. Afterward, members were selected to this group from special forces and from the regiments. This art was brought to Sri Lanka by the Portuguese but subsequently banned under the British rule in 1818. Last Saturday, during a discussion with the President, I requested him to lift this ban. His Excellency asked me to immediately send a letter requesting for the ban to be removed. Prior to attending this event, I went through the charts in this letter. A special gazette will be issued by the President to lift this ban in the near future.
Special විශේෂ ගැසට් නිවේදනයකින් තහනම් ඉවත් කරන කටයුතු සිදු කරනවා.
As Sri Lanka's leading media network, we have gone beyond conventional broadcasting. What we have done is broken norms and broken barriers and created our unique brand of media to be known as the People's Network. Why is that? It's because we go to the people and we take our media to the people. Not only in the programs that we do, but also in our CSR activities like Gammedda and the other programs, Sahanayatra. So what we do is we want to give all Sri Lankans an opportunity and a platform for them to showcase their talent and make their dreams come true.
Sima Sahita Capital Maharaja.
The electronic media of the Capital Maharaja Organisation Limited has been able to contribute immensely to take the electronic media of the country to a different stage during the last 3 decades. If you take a look at the TV channels, Sirasa TV has been able to introduce several new aspects. It has been able to collaborate internationally for innovative ideas.
නිර්මාණ හඳුන්වලා දුන්නේ සිරස TV නාලිකාව.
A committee has been appointed to put together the necessary formalities to hold the Sri Lanka cricket election. This was stated by the Director General of Sports, Bhuvaneka Herath.
The Director General stated that the committee was appointed based on the input from clubs with the right to vote.
We appointed a committee to look into the elections. It has 3 officials: Appeal Court Judge Chandra Jayatilaka, former High Court Judge I.M. Aberatna and former Education Secretary Sunil Sirisena are in the committee. The appointments were made with everyone's agreement. Today, cricket standards have fallen very low. The financial management is not very good. Even the level of our sport is very low. It is very sad. When we played, we didn't do it for money.
They removed managers during the series. They accused players. There are a lot of problems. Even our main bowlers have accusations leveled against them. They have brought us back to where we were 3 years ago. It is very sad. They went to court in May with 7 points against me. The court rejected the case against me. So now those who went to court have cleared my name to enable me to contest.
And with that, we wrap up Primetime News for tonight. Thank you very much for joining. I'm Sandhu Ferdinando.
And I'm Vasnia Thava. Good night.